Yes, yes, people, we are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the ManDem United podcast, the podcast dedicated to all things Manchester United. I know it's supposed to be the Manchester United Arsenal show, but because I was on the Big Six, salute to the Big Six, Turkish, the whole gang for having me. Make sure you check out the episode, that live stream after you've checked out this live stream. So because I got off there late, that's why me and Cam can't do this show tonight. This was on me. It wasn't on Cam, but I will rearrange the Manchester United Arsenal show for sure. I'll rearrange that and try and get that to you. Try and get that show to you lot this week. If not, definitely next week. It will be back 110%. But yeah, I'm still bringing you a show regardless. You know what I'm saying? I'm still bringing you a show regardless, people. So ManDem United podcast, like I said, all things Manchester United for those that may be new here. And as you can see from the title, Manchester United crash out of the Europa League to Sevilla. So I'll be discussing that, taking all your questions as well. I know all the questions will be about that. Manchester United fans, I know, are going to have a lot to say. Rival fans will be laughing and joking as well. So we're going to get to all those things. But before we do, make sure you hit the like button on the video. Let's bump up them likes. Where else you getting content like this? Share this across all the socials as well. And on top of those two things, subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell, people. Hit the notification bell. How many likes we on? All right, we've hit double figures. Let's get up to 20 likes. Let's get up to 20 likes and let's share this out. Let's get over 30 people in here. Because just under 30 currently. Let's see what you lot are saying. Big up to Jack. Big up to Ravi. Hey, Ravi, allow Babs as well. Babs just a troll. That's all it is. You can't take him serious. Babs just a troll. Shout out my guy, Babs. Big up Flawless and everyone here. There are two players in world football who don't need to prove themselves anymore. Messi and Maguire. Big up to Marcel who says, what's the word? Nathan says that battle with Babs was legendary. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that, like, shout out to my guy Babs. That's that Manchester United Arsenal. The same way you see me and Hassam going at it because it's Manchester United Liverpool. It's like that with me and Babs. And Babs a troll as well and always tries to cheeky digs in it and cheeky little shots. So it's kind of like, all right, I'm gonna shoot back. Win, lose, or draw, I'm always shoot back. And people are going overboard, 100%. Mo says Sancho was quality today, to be fair. De Gea and Maguire costing us again. I disagree with the first part. Sancho was not quality. He wasn't good today. They were all bad. Everybody was bad. Nobody was good. If I'm doing player ratings, nobody's getting above a 5. Maybe you could give like a Wan-Bissaka a 5, a Dalot a 5. That's it. Like everybody is 4s and below. I'm saying everyone might not get 4s. You know what I'm saying? And that Sancho was definitely not quality. Absolutely not. United for Life says we seem to lose our heads every time we play in a hostile environment. Liverpool, Newcastle, Villa, City, and now today. We got mentality issues. I'm just glad Maguire is suspended for Sunday. I disagree with this. I don't think it's a hostile environment thing because Villa Park is not a hostile environment. Villa Park, Manchester City is not a hostile environment. Newcastle, you can say so, and of course Liverpool. So I don't think it's a mentality thing. This is a skill thing. These men are just not that good. And like I've stated time and time again, hey, Mo, you got to put sarcasm in what's it called? Because there's no sarcasm font. That's what it is. Like, sarcasm font. But where else are you at? Yeah, it's skill set. And when our better players don't perform, we struggle. Casemiro was awful today. Eriksen was awful today. And look at the performance. Them two in particular were very, very bad, giving the ball away. But they weren't the only ones. Sabitzer did. Anthony was bright. Sancho was ineffective. Martial was ineffective. Maguire. I'm saying Lindelof was okay. Wan-Bissaka was okay. Dalot is okay. And De Gea, again, sums up De Gea's deficiencies right there. Why is he passing Maguire the ball? And that's what makes this performance and going out to Sevilla even more irritating. Because they're not a good side. I stand by what I said. I still stand on that. I've seen them now for 180 minutes. They're a shocking outfit. We gifted them 5 goals pretty much. All right, if you want to say the second goal from the corner, cool. And even the second goal from the corner, even that, it came off the man's shoulder. So 2 deflected goals. De Gea Maguire, calamity for the third. Obviously the first tonight, or last night I should say. Second came off the shoulder, and the third again, awful De Gea mistake. Horrific. So I think it's a skill set for United for life. skill set. Where else we are? Big up Flawless. Would you say the 3-0 loss is the worst performance you saw? No worse than the performance in the first leg. Against Sevilla, I don't think it was good. Newcastle, we weren't good. Fulham, in which we won, you know what I'm saying? And that eventually, that was just as bad as well. Like, we've been playing poorly in terms of performances. Well, we've not been getting away with it, but our better players have been getting us over the line, and results have been masking it to an extent. Not to me. I've been calling out our bad performances and the inconsistencies for a long time. Long time. 100%. Yeah, play simple. You said it here. Fam, Sevilla won the tie with 2 own goals and 3 player errors. We are mudded. Players got to go. This is why I've said I'll push the majority of these players off a cliff. Theoretically, people, not literally. We conceded all the goals home and away from our own mistakes. Pretty much so. Yeah, I'm not with that. You know what I'm saying? People saying Bruno is underrated, like we didn't get embarrassed with him in away games with him. Facts. Casemiro hasn't looked the same since the 7-0. That's the game when he went downhill. Disagree. He was very good against them. Not very good, but he was good against Forest. You know what I'm saying in that? He was good against Forest. So I disagree with that. And today he was awful. Yeah, Thomas, it was awful. Marcel says, I told man, I remember certain man said he don't care about no heritage in a 13th team placed in La Liga. You man smoked on 420. What a glorious day. I still stand by it. Say my name, you know what I'm saying? You got one, you're right. You got 1 from 4. You know what I'm saying? You shooting at 25%, Marcel. I still stand by it. Sevilla are still an awful team and they still won't win the competition. I don't care about heritage, and I still don't care about a 13th team placed in La Liga. Still don't care. That's why I'm still here. I didn't do a runner after my team lost in Europe like you did. Flawless, we have to fix our midfield and defense with goalkeeper before fixing anything else. Our midfield cannot impose itself as it's not balanced. We need to buy 2 centre-backs and get me Mike Young as goalkeeper. We know this, Alpha. You know our midfield and defense needs fixing. We know our goalkeeper needs fixing. We need a whole team that needs fixing. 100%. Like, without doubt, I've spoken on needing 6 new first teamers, and there's only one player who was out there who I want in the first team next season, which is Casemiro. Obviously, adding Martinez, Varane, and adding Rashford, but they didn't start the match. Not good enough. We know this, but they're still good enough to get past Sevilla, and they still put in a piss poor performance like that. Not good enough. Some of these players this season has shown me how worse than I thought they was. Like, I thought they were average or below average or poor, but they've shown me how bad they are. Like, I thought Maguire was bad, but he's showing me that. Same with Lindelof at times. Same with De Gea at times. Wan-Bissaka shows me his limitations. Dalot shows me his limitations. Eriksen today, awful. Why I want, not in particular just today, but why I want to upgrade. Why I want to bit to hear, but as a squad player, and he should be number 5. Why I've said if I get a good offer, I sell on Sancho. Why I have my doubts about Anthony. Why Martial should be 3rd choice, or if we get a good offer, I would sell him. Like, it don't take us getting beat by Sevilla to show that. Like I said, people were talking about the first leg being good. The first leg performance was not good. Before the 2 goals. Before they scored their 2 goals. The performance wasn't good. You know what I'm saying in that? Yeah, we were shocking, Marcel. I've said that. We were abysmal. You know what I'm saying? We let a team as awful as Sevilla smoke us. You know what I'm saying? That's how bad we were. We were awful. That's what makes this performance and going out to them even worse. I'd rather go out to a better side. If we went out to a side who was balling and Sevilla cut us open and we got beat 5-6-7-2 on aggregate, I'd hold my hands up and say, you know what, I'm pissed, but we got beat by the better side. I've seen Manchester United get beat by a better side. Like when City beat us earlier in the season, they're a better side. I'm like, you know what, cool. But to get beat by them over 2 legs, gifted him the game. They're awful. You know what I'm saying? And they're awful. Like, not a good side whatsoever. And it's crazy. Big up our side as well. You know what I'm saying? John says, why do too many United fans slam Bruno but then say Eriksen needs to start more? Today I showed when Bruno plays, the team performs a lot better. I disagree with the latter. That's not the case because we haven't seen the team without Bruno often enough. We haven't seen the team 4, 5, 6, 7 games in a row without Bruno to state that. In terms of wanting Eriksen to start more, it's because we've performed better with Eriksen in the side. That's what it is, even though he was poor today. Our better performances, all our best performances I can think of, he's played. All of them. All of our best performances, you know what I'm saying? All of our best results, the majority of the time, vast majority, he's been there. And some of our worst defeats he's missed. Some, not all people. Some, not all. And why do we slam Bruno? Because we tired of Bruno. That's why Bruno gets slammed. Because fans like myself are tired of his inconsistencies. And I had someone on here, was it yesterday? It was Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday. It was Tuesday or Monday, telling me about what else do I have against Bruno apart from his inconsistency? Like, that's not a major factor. Still a major factor. But again, you got clapped. Doesn't your away record against big clubs worry you? Yes, it's a concern, but it's not going to be the first thing you turn around. It's not. Like, we still have the fifth best away record in the Premier League. So that means we're beating all the teams we're supposed to when we're losing to the better sides. That's something we need to address 100%. And I want better from that next season. But I understand where the teams is. We're in year one of our process. T says, respect Flawless for not letting our team get slandered by rivals and always holds our team together. Respect, brother. Appreciate T. And yeah, man's got to represent. Like I say, I represent myself. But if fans like you and other United fans are happy to see me represent and speak on the club, I do it. Like I said, I talk for me. But love for the kind words, much appreciated in that. And it's like, yeah, I'm not going to let people go overboard. Like, slander the players, yes. But like on Big Six when I'm there with Babs and he try and tell me Maguire and Lindelof are good enough because they cost money. It's like, that makes no sense. That's just dumb. Nathan says, big up to Flawless. Man never runs away. Respect. Yeah, man's always here. You know what I'm saying? I don't duck. Never. You will, the day you lot see me duck, unsubscribe to the channel. If you lot see me duck after a Manchester United defeat. See, if you see me like not stream. If I ever not stream after a Manchester United game, it's an emergency. Like, it's a genuine emergency, like with me, like in terms of my health or something's happened, or it's an emergency like family or one of my close dons. That's the only time you lot will see me not stream after. Like, look, this was supposed to be the United Arsenal show, but because I was on late and I didn't shout Cam in time, shout out to Cam as well, because he got upgraded and work and he's now a supervisor. So I still brought you the show. I could have easily not brought you lot this show. Easily not done so. But as I continue, there's over 50 of you lot in the building. Love that. Let's get up to 30 likes, people. Hit that like button. No, let's get up to 40 likes. Like check 1 2 1 2. Let's get up to 40 likes. Hit the link for the membership in the pinned comment as well. If you want to become a member of the channel, the link's in the pinned comment, people. I'm going to be reaching out to members as well in regards to members Q&As this month as well. They had Moroccan and Argentinian players who were thriving in the World Cup. Obviously, our mentality is very, very questionable. I don't think it's a mentality thing. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it's a mentality thing. Again, I disagree. I think it's a skill thing. It's a mentality. And they're not good. I won't take one. Which one? Play simple. You tell me if you'd have any of their players. I wouldn't take one, but that's just me. By the way, bro, you said United are winning 2 trophies this season. Is it still going to happen? Yes. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still confident, you know what I'm saying, of winning 2 trophies, even though it's going to be tough. Brighton's going to be tough. That's not a given. City in a final, no given. But yes, I'm still confident. Alpha says, spending 100 million is foolishness when we have to fix an entire team. This is why I don't want Kane and Osimhen. United should get scouts and get a striker that will suit Ten Hag style. No point spending 100 million on one player. I do agree with you. I don't think we should spend 100 million on one player. And not because we have to fix the entire team, which I also agree with. It's because I don't think any player is worth that. I've said that. I wouldn't spend 100 million on any player not called Kylian Mbappe. Makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? And that makes no sense. Ten Hag fooled me into thinking United only needed 3 more signings to compete for the title. Hey, I said, man, a lot of people got fooled. A lot of people got gassed up. Some people thought that United could go and win, not only challenge number 1, also win a Premier League a couple months back, 6, 7, 8 weeks ago. Absolutely. That's the magic he's done. It's crazy. Marcel says, don't worry, y'all will get bopped and go out to a better side this weekend. Out of 2 cups in a matter of a few days, and it's curtains for your season. Hold that, Flawless. Yeah, your season's been over since January because you're a Liverpool fan. 1-0. Your owners are shit. Your manager's cooked, and all your best players are cooked too. You know what I'm saying? I ain't having it from Liverpool fans. Are you crazy? You know what I'm saying? You man was supposed to be challenging for 4 trophies. Can't even get in the top 4. You know what I'm saying? Barely in the top 8. What are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? These men scrambling around in Conference League places. Let's not do that. LFCs for the double says United in the Champions League next season, they getting slammed. If it's this team, yes, 100%. I agree. But Sad says, can't lie, I hate Bruno, but he gives you more intensity. Intensity wasn't the reason we lost. Intensity is nothing to do with not keeping the ball. You can't pass to your teammate, that's on you. And none of them could pass. By the way, you are great, Flawless. You don't hide like other United content creators. Sid, big up, man, every single time. My guy, all the way from India. You know what I'm saying? And that, all the way. Yeah, man, Alpha, we know this. I don't even want to get into this. Bruno started against Liverpool, Newcastle. He didn't start the Villa game. Brighton, City, Brentford, and we got smashed. The Bruno worship needs to stop. Bruno wouldn't have done anything. I agree. I ain't bringing out the bulletproof for this. This is light. Going out in the Europa League quarterfinal to Sevilla. This is light. You know what I'm saying? This is light. What's this? Flawless, big up, come over from the Big Six. Hey, AJ, big up, man. Thoughts and Carragher's tweet about Sancho. I agree myself and seen a lot of fellow Manchester United fans agreeing in the quote tweets and replies. You got to drop the tweet, my guy, AJ, but big up. You know what I'm saying? The back and forth was jokes with Babs earlier. I called it 1-1. He had you at the Man United segment, but you had him on the Arsenal one. That's what, when you're in like battles with people like Babs, you're going to get hit. You know what I'm saying? And I'll take you saying it was 1-1. You know what I'm saying? I'll take people saying I lost this Babs. You know what I'm saying? And that Babs is a very knowledgeable guy, very funny as well. He's very smart at what he does. I'm just happy that to be able to hang, you get what I'm saying? If you think it was 1-1 boss, I'd cool. No qualms with that, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, Marcel, you do give me my flowers. I give you that. One thing, you're an asshole, but you give me my flowers in terms of being on the front line. Alpha says, I'm trying to get through all the comments I can. The comments is flying and big up to you lot. Again, if you super chat though, I will get straight to it, people. If you super chat, I'll get straight to your question whenever you drop it or comment. My positive takeaway is that the Glazers cannot stay here for long. They were thinking that Ten Hag is Fergie and can win titles with his squad. I hope Qataris buy the club before the end of the month. Alpha, I hope you're right. I think Sabitzer, Casemiro, Bruno, or Sabitzer, Eriksen, Casemiro don't work. So that's Sabitzer, Casemiro, Bruno, Sabitzer, Eriksen, Casemiro. I think Fred has to partner Casemiro. He does a lot of the dirty work and helps with the play in the other half. I disagree because we've only seen Sabitzer, Casemiro, Bruno once, which was last night, and it was awful. But I wouldn't use that one game and say it can't work. Sabitzer, Eriksen, Casemiro. Sabitzer, Casemiro, Bruno. I don't think we've seen that a lot of times. So I can't say Sabitzer, Casemiro, and Bruno doesn't work. How many times have we seen that? Like 2, 3 times? Yeah, that's all it is. T says, do you have to renew your membership? I thought I was already a member. Let's see this. What's going on here? My phone be buzzing all night, as you could imagine, people. Yeah, not just a new follow on Twitch. Sometimes, T, so with the membership, sometimes it renews, and then sometimes you have to renew it. Typical YouTube stuff. Same way, sometimes you get notifications on, sometimes you don't, which is why you should be following Sarcasm City TV across all socials to make sure you get notified, people. Make sure you do that. Let's bump up the likes as well, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's bump up the likes. Nah, Rance don't duck. No, he didn't duck the smoke. I hope he's good. You know what I'm saying? And that Rance don't duck the smoke. You know what I'm saying? Not in the slightest. He gave me the shot. Well, duck the smoke. He gave me the shot. That's a true assist. He could have easily went on there and been calm. His rants. You know what I'm saying in that? He's giving me the assist. He don't have to do that. So salute to my guy Rants every single time. Authentic says, this means nothing. Our team is not close to fully fit, let alone the already injured ones. Even with the injured ones, our team's not good enough. You know what I'm saying in that? It's not good enough. It's not. Mentality plays a part too, though. Ten Hag is bringing winners fighters more like Cas Martinez. Yeah, what I'm saying is, though, I don't think it's as big a factor today. Today wasn't a lack of fight. Keeping the ball is not a lack of fight. People only talk about fight when the other team's on the ball, which, yes, you do need to press and harry and run down, and we did lose out on a lot of tackles and 50-50s and second balls. My point is, though, like De Gea passing that to Maguire and Maguire doing what he did, that wasn't lack of fight. That's skill. De Gea got to be smarter than that. Maguire got to be smarter than that. If that's me, I've played Saudi League. You know what I'm saying? And if I've got 2 men on me, I'm saying don't pass me the ball. I play DM, I'm a 6 people to let you lot know. If I'm closing on the edge of the box and there's a man on me, I'm telling the goalkeeper go look. Like as I'm going towards him, I've done this. Same way if my fullback's got it or when my centre half's got it. If there's a man on me, never mind 2 or 3, I'm saying go long, hit the line, hit the channel. I'm close. One of the fullbacks who I'm close to, I played at the same team for years. We run bants about that. And I'm like, yo, give me an easy pass to ease me into the game. And man will fire a passing at me. Fire it and then I say control that. You know that don't, you know what I'm saying? It's okay. Sometimes just go direct. But we've been doing this stupidness in terms of trying to play out from the back. Absolute stupidness. Can't fix a whole squad in half 1 out of 2 windows as seen with Arsenal and still not complete. Got to add quality, not just numbers. Facts. You know what I'm saying? And that facts. We can't, you know what I'm saying? We can just improve gradually. And obviously it depends on owners, but you can go and improve. If you go get 4 or 5 players with our spine, if we go get a goalkeeper, a new center mid, a 10 and a striker, that improves us tenfold because that's right down the spine of your team. Never mind the 2 fullbacks and all the squad players. Eriksen cannot play in a deeper position anymore. He doesn't have the legs to do so and doesn't do his defensive work. He's a great bench player in a number 10 role. He can't soak up pressure. I disagree with that. He's been playing in a deeper position all season and has been excelling. He's excelled in that role. Do I think it's his best position? No. I do believe he's better high up the pitch. Do we need to improve on him? Yes. But I'm not hearing this talk about defensive work. Like, we were just awful. Why we lost today wasn't nothing to do with Eriksen playing in a deeper role in his defensive work because he didn't carve us open. It was also, again, I'll reiterate this, giving the ball away. Eriksen included, Casemiro included, Sabitzer, Sancho, Anthony to a lesser extent, Maguire and Lindelof, awful on the ball. Not so much Lindelof, but Maguire in particular for the first goal, just slow. Lindelof I've seen give the ball away a couple of times. Play Simple says, flawless, they came prepared and ready. Mentality is taking instructions and executing it. Never giving up no matter what. Skill wasn't there, but mentality triggers your skill to shine. Of course, mentality plays a part. But like I said, our performance last week in the first leg against Sevilla was not too dissimilar. And nobody, I don't even know if dissimilar is a word, but it is now. It's not too let me know. Someone check that for me. It's not too dissimilar. How come no one went talking about the mentality in the last game? When we were 2-0 up and playing poorly in the first half, why was no one talking about mentality? Why, when we before in the second half, because they scored 2 late goals, was no one talking about mentality? Because it's a skill set thing. Giving the ball away is not mentality. No, that's a skill thing. You can have elite mentality, but if you have 0 technical skills or very little technical ability, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. And that's what it is. 100%. Like, that's why I put too much on it. Yeah, Yeah. Taza, no need to apologize. You should have said that privately. Never no need to apologize. Plus, if you did privately, man, like, the people don't need to know. But Taza, no issues, no beef whatsoever. I'll send you the link shortly. Let me just get everything I need to get off my chest, and then I'll send you the link. Yo, come on, don't worry about Babs, man. He's just a troll. Yeah. Now, Babs is Arsenal in it. He's just a troll in it. Don't let Babs wind you up. Me and Babs are cool outside of that, first and foremost, but don't let him wind you up. Big up Chat Sport says, I look at this United team. Where do you start to sell and buy? Realistically, sell 2 and bring in 2, and 1 is not a keeper. Told you, I've said before, the spine. Goalkeeper, central midfielder, attacking midfielder, striker. They're the 4 I'm looking at. They're all just as equally as important as each other because it's the spine of your team. And if the spine of your team is strong, you can get away with your fullbacks or your wide players not being as good as they necessarily need to be because of the spine of your team. We've seen the difference Martinez, Varane, Casemiro have made to the spine of our team, but we need to improve on that further. As much as I wax lyrical about Eriksen, he needs to be improved upon. Bruno, not good enough, said this. We all know we need a 9. Right down the center of your team. Never mind the fullbacks, which I think we need to improve on. Doing the best I can with the comments, people. Alpha says, flawless. Let's be honest, Ten Hag is doing miracles. None of us had thought that we would finish 3rd in his first season, judging once he gets his players. Facts. 100%. Facts. Fred needs to play alongside Casemiro. Don't understand why Ten Hag keeps benching him, because Fred's not that good. I know Eddie ain't gonna like that. Salute to my guy Eddie, but Fred's just not it. That's what it is. He's just not it. That's what it is. The fuck? Shit, why is this going full screen? Massive. The hell? Am I still on? Yeah. Right. Sorry, like I said, I'm doing my best, you lot, to run through all these comments because there's now over 75 of you lot in the building. Let's get up to 50 likes, though. We're only at 38 likes. Like check 1212, man. Let's get up to 50 likes. Subscribe if you're new as well. Have you had any new subscribers? Let's see. I have no idea if you've had any new subscribers. Let me see what's what. Have we had any? Let's see. Yeah, we've had one. All right, we're at 6,330. Let's get 5 more subscribers, people. Let's get 5 more subscribers. But yeah, Fred's not it, John. Anthony has done more in 6 months than Sancho has in 2 years. Yeah, Anthony gets plenty of criticism and Sancho gets very little. That's what Carragher said. I disagree in terms of Sancho getting very little. He definitely gets criticized, 110%. Anthony gets criticized because it's cool to criticize him. 90 million, fidget spinner, blah, 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 all of this nonsense. But has Anthony done? Yeah, he's done well this season. I have no qualms. I want to see improvements, but I've seen enough to see him next season. Sid says, serious question, Flawless. What do you think the future holds for Sancho or Martial in the United squad? I think both are useless at this point. It's on Ten Hag. It's looking bleak for both of them, no? I'm saying Martial got injured again. We came off injured again. Sancho ineffective and hauled off at halftime. Bleak. Flawless, which players would you sell? Hey, after what's it called? After after tonight, a whole lot of them. But nah, De Gea, I'd sell. But said this, Lindelof can go. Maguire, Dalot, Fred, McTominay, Martial. Yeah, those 6. And then obviously that's not including your Brandon Williamses and Axel Tuanzebe's and Alex Tellez's, who was on their bench tonight, and things like that. Sancho and Martial both need to be sold. They're both on high wages and seem very lazy and unmotivated at times. They don't have the work rate, especially Sancho, due to the intensity. I disagree. Like them both being on high wages, I don't think anything has to do with it. I wouldn't say they're unmotivated. That's just their characters. You don't have to be a certain character. I wouldn't say Sancho or Martial are not trying. I've never seen them and said you're not trying. They weren't trying. They just couldn't execute whatever they was trying to do today for various reasons. So I wouldn't say they're unmotivated. I think that's disagreed. It's because they have a calm demeanor. And the reason why I'm on this is because I have a calm demeanor and I've been accused in the past of this same shit. Lazy, unmotivated. Like, no, I'm just not. I'm not a passion merchant. I'm not running around, you know what I'm saying, get your shots dirty. Nobody says that, you know what I'm saying. Scott McTominay is lazy or unmotivated. He's a worse footballer than both of these two. And it's been worse at the club than both of these two. So, yeah, I think that's just going over the top. But with Sancho and Martial being sold, I hear you, RSV. Authentic says we're crashing next season. If we don't get the improvements, yeah. Taza, again, no worries, don't worry about it. Sancho plus cash for Kane. I don't want Kane. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want Kane. I've said this about I didn't see Lewis's tweet. He's a joke, man. But no, I don't want another immobile striker. What we lacked, as much as everything in that game, direct pace. Never troubled apart from Anthony who can shift. I'm saying like a mobile target. Someone who can run in behind, strong, quick, pace and power. Turn the team around. The first time we did it was when Rashford, and he didn't get in, but Rashford turned. It was the Navas one. When Navas, Weghorst tried to pass him the ball. First time in the entire game, we span him behind. So, yeah, that's what I would say on that. Yeah, Sancho jumping out of a tackle, man. Taza mentioned that on the stream. Ridiculous, yeah. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Flawless, do you want Arsenal to win the league or City to win the treble and do a three-peat? Either way, we're in the mud. I don't like either option. Both. I have no preference. Either way, it makes my head hurt. Ten Hag needs to get rid of these players or to let them down. I agree. Big up to Black Diamond as well. Boss out said, Anthony is the new boy, bro. That's why rivals are going to criticize at any given opportunity. It's just how it is. Plus, Sancho been getting it. Feel for him at this point. What do you think it is? I think it's just the wrong player in the wrong league and the wrong team. Pace and power. I've said this before. I'll say this again. If you don't have pace and power and you are playing just in modern day football, in particular in the Premier League, you'll probably struggle. It's an athlete's game. Harry Kane is one of the few exceptions. Mahrez is another exception. Everyone else at the top level we've seen struggle. All of them. One thing all the players have in common is pace and power. All the most successful attackers right now, if we do a list, top 5 wingers, top 5 left wingers, top 5 right wingers, top 5 strikers, guaranteed they all have pace and power in common. There are other things with it, of course, because you can't just be a runner. It's an athlete's game. You give Sancho pace and power, you got a baller. And when I say that in terms of like an effective baller, because he's super talented, just wrong. It's just the wrong league, man. I don't know what his best position is either. I don't know what his position is. Let's see. Did I miss anything? Yes, Marcel. I was on the Big Six main show. It wasn't extra. Yet, unfortunately, even though I joked about it, because Taza let me know, because I presumed it was Big Six extra, but it was the main one. So yeah, I was on there before. I have one question. If the Glazers stay, will they give Ten Hag the green light to sell players as they're viewed as commercial assets? We've sold players. We let a lot of players go as well. So, yeah. We've seen Ronaldo leave this summer. Well, not this summer, this season. And look at the amount of players we let go. I'm saying Pogba left, Lingard left, Wamata left, Nemanja Matic left. I'm probably forgetting as well. There's still more to clear out. Chat says, these 2 weeks I'm going to be nervous as hell. We got to play Brighton twice away from home, Spurs away and Villa at home. Going to be interesting a couple of weeks. Yeah, I'm hoping to get a response like we did against... Who did we play? And it was shocking. And then we bucked the Sevilla game and then we beat Forest. So hopefully we respond back to this Sevilla defeat and we beat Brighton. Because Brighton won't be easy. 100% won't be. It's going to be tough. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look at Lewis, that prick about, hey, this conversion rate is worse than United's tonight. Run the likes up, ManDem. Yes, run the likes up anyway, because we're at 48 likes and there's over 70 of you lot in the building. Let's get up to 60 likes, people. Play Simple says, yes, the spine is important, and at the same time, you need a skeleton to keep the shape of the team. Anthony is doing well, but the other side needs fixing. Ahmad and Garnacho should provide competition. I like those two as backups. Then you got Rashford. It's the rest of the team. How much do you think we can get for Sancho? Because if he don't get his game up, Ahmad going to come in and eat his food for sure. But he's got Rashford and Garnacho over that side because he plays more so on the left. Obviously, he can play on the right, but it's competition. And if he doesn't perform, you won't play. Simple as that. You don't perform, you won't play. Flawless predict result for Brighton, FA Cup, Spurs away, Villa at home. Brighton FA Cup, 2-1 Manchester United. Spurs away. Spurs will be up for that. 1-1 Manchester. 1-1. Villa at home. 2-1. So 2-1, 1-1, 2-1. Yes, I'm biased, people. I'm a Manchester United fan. I never predict us to lose. Big up, Lewis, but go fuck yourself at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Go fuck yourself at the same time. Flawless, did you know that Ten Hag didn't know Shaw was offered 4-year contract by the club? Fred, De Gea, Dalot are getting new contracts. Does this mean the Glazers are keeping these players, not Ten Hag? I'm presuming Ten Hag is being informed. He might not have known he signed it, but I'm sure he knows he's involved in who's getting a new deal. He just might not know they signed it that day. That's what it is. The scary part is if a team 30 plays dominated United, Brighton's bread and butter is playing through teams. We've seen these performances before. Keep saying this, you know what I'm saying? The first, what's it called? The first leg was not too different, is not much different. Who are you thinking for a striker? I want Ivan Toney. I've said this. Go get Ivan Toney and a younger striker as well to back up Ivan Toney. Go get 2 strikers. If Martial's not here, go get 3. Go get 3. Big up Minerals says, big up Flawless, bro. Hold that the hair in the woods. What would you rate the season so far out of 10? 7. No, 7.5. Win the Carabao Cup. In the top 4, top 3 to be exact currently. Playing better football even though it's not consistent. Offensively been better. Defensively been better overall, not talking about tonight. Yeah, 7.5 out of 10. Went out of the Europa League, which is really disappointing. But yeah, 7.5 out of 10. FA Cup quarterfinal. Why you say fuck me for this guy dick, you know? Sure, man. You know what I'm saying? We are getting cut by Brighton Munich. I don't trust these players. Neither do I. Flawless, we play Brighton, FA Cup, Spurs away, Villa at home. Let me explain that. I trust our better players, even though they were poor tonight. I trust our better players, and I still trust our better players. I'm not letting one bad performance from them. Like Casemiro, still Casemiro. Eriksen, still Eriksen. Rashford just got back on the pitch. I still trust those three. Anthony, Anthony's actually in that mix. I actually trust him to deliver and do something. So I trust those four. Wan-Bissaka the same. You know what I'm saying? And that Wan-Bissaka the same. Yeah, Tazo. Give me about 10 more minutes. Tazo the same. Tazo the same. Wan-Bissaka the same. Dalot the same. De Gea for the most part, the same. Flawless, bro. Who's worse, Maguire or Jones? Both terrible. Shaw and Lindelof at centre back for Brighton. Has to be. Maguire suspended. Martinez injured. Varane injured. Has to be Shaw and Lindelof. There's not another centre back within the squad. So yeah, and I'm all for that. Shaw centre back, Lindelof centre back. Whether it's Malacia, whether it's Dalot, Wan-Bissaka over the other side. De Gea in goal. It'll be Eriksen, Casemiro, Bruno will go back into the side. Anthony, Sancho. No, actually, it might be Anthony, Sancho, and then Rashford through the middle. I'd try Sancho through the middle. Play him as a 9. Fuck it. I'd play him as a 9. Play Rashford from the left, Anthony from the right. Because Martial's probably going to be, probably going to get injured. Y'all have a better chance with Phil Jones, bring him out of the wilderness. Nah, Shaw and Lindelof are better than Jones. Maguire, that's debatable. But those two are still better. Where we at? I would not send Sancho out on loan. I think I caught up with all the questions still. Oh, here we go. Come on. If I missed any questions, you lot just got to ask them again. I think I answered them all. How much do you think we can get for Sancho? Because if he don't get his game up, I got to that. Oh, yeah, but I didn't answer the first part. How much do I think we'll get from him? Could get 50 M's for Sancho. 100%. Could definitely get 40 to 50 M's for him. Because he can still sell that he's young enough to improve, even though it's not worked out here. Yeah, Sancho in Spain cooks. 100%. Spain cooks. He just don't do enough. Mineral says, thoughts on United fans who said these players are world-class and said you was in a title race. They got humbled. Word to Grizz. It's humbler. Football's a humbler. Brighton are bookies' favourites to beat United on Sunday, as they should be. Coming off that, of course. We can't perform. 2 out of our 3 games, we haven't performed well. Against Forest, we performed well. You know what I'm saying? But against Sevilla, we didn't. So, of course, Brighton will be favourites. Just one at the bridge. Who doesn't, actually? And then a good run of form. I'm still confident going into that game, despite all the criticisms I have with this team. But that's what it is being a United fan. You're never going to see me predict Manchester United to lose. Never. Never. Can't hear Maguire, that dude said he hadn't lost the game when he started for United. But he's got no self-awareness anyway. That's why he come out talking that foolishness. How are you 5th choice at times when we've seen Shaw and Lindelof play in front of you, and obviously you got Martinez and Varane talking this nonsense. I'm not confident in Man United beating Brighton. Brighton are too damn good, and I like a mini Manchester City. Man United cannot go toe-to-toe with Brighton. It's not a question of going toe-to-toe. Well, I understand why you're not confident. I'm only confident because I'm a United fan. It's the only logic behind it, and we still have a manager and players who can pull out a performance. That's how I'm looking at it. When on that pitch, we still have the best player on the pitch in Casemiro. I have faith in that. That if he turns up at 10, it's a wrap. We still have quality in Eriksen, Rashford, Anthony, Sancho. We still have enough. Bruno, even though I'm critical. We still have quality on there to win United a football match. So we're not all trash. You know what I'm saying? And that we're not all trash. That's all. Mineral says, you wanted Manchester United to lose under Oli, though. No, I didn't. Find me a stream where I said when I've ever said that. I never said I want Manchester United to lose under Oli. Never said that. Show me that where I said that. I wanted him to leave, but I never actively wanted the team to lose because I knew the team would lose anyway because he's trash. That's why he can't get a job now. What are we talking about? Brighton are good at away grounds. I don't know what their record is. Yeah, Sancho will cook in any other league. I remember I used to watch Dortmund games just to see him play. He was electric. in the Bundesliga and was highly rated. Disappointed to see how he fell off. He is disappointed. He is disappointed. Absolutely. One last question for me, but flawless. As soon as Fred got dropped for Brazil in the international break for the younger Andre Santos, Ten Hag ain't playing him from that point. Why do you think? He just not played Fred because Fred ain't that good. If Fred's the answer to the question, that's a bad question. If we're missing Fred, we're like, that's not good. Fred's not. How long has Fred been here? And we all know he's not good enough. And when I say that, I'm talking about starting week in, week out. Not good enough. Simple as that. That's why Ten Hag's not playing him. I think Ten Hag has to take responsibility for not winning the tie. His subs are the reason the tie wasn't finished in the first leg. We were playing crap before the subs. But does he have to take responsibility? Yes, because we failed. But do I put the most of the responsibility on him? No. The majority of this responsibility goes on these players. Because they should go out. I should be able to. I could have been in the dugout and they should beat Sevilla. You lot turn up. Where's the, you know what I'm saying, professionalism? Just do a professional job and perform to a high level and you bop these, man. Comfy. No, Kevin, I'm not from the US. What made you think I'm from the US? Can't you tell by the accent? No, I'm not from the US. I'm Manc, born and bred. From Manny. City thrashed them, man, 4-0 and we couldn't get the job done levels. Yeah, we know we're behind them. We know. Let's see. Alpha says no one will buy Sancho because of his high wages. United were shambles. Sancho went from 20k to 275k. We have to send him on loan so that he starts performing well before selling him. Otherwise, no one will buy. Not necessarily the case. We just have to pay off his wages. If we were to sell him and it was a wage cut thing, we just have to pay him out on his contract. Because if we paid him out on his contract, then he could move on. Bear in mind, this is his third year now? Or is this his second year? Oh, no, this is his second year. Yeah. I believe, this is his second year. So, yeah, like, we can definitely move him on, 100%. Flawless, bro. Do you think De Gea is an old school keeper, not modern? You answered your own question. Yeah, David, this is what I'm saying. I cook the players, but I'm not being too reactionary. Flawless, so you're trying to cash in on Sancho in the summer. I've said this, if a good offer comes in, yes. But I wouldn't actively be trying to sell him. I won't go that far because I still think he can be of use. Like, there's many other players in the team I look at and go, yeah, you're not here. You know what I'm saying? And that. Nah, Kevin, no offense. No offense whatsoever, because you was respectful. You know what I'm saying? I was just befuddled in it. It's all good. That's all. It just confused me. That's all it did. I don't know, LOL. Don't see many UK people do streams at this time. And I saw you did an NBA stream too the other day, so I was curious. LOL. Hope I didn't offend you. Like I said, didn't offend. And yeah, man, Sarcasm City TV, we always running late night streams. We have Americans on here. You know what I'm saying? We got man from the West Coast. We have man from the East Coast. We have man from the Midwest. We even have man from Canada on here as well. Just need to find someone from the South. Well, yeah, we do. And we do NBA streams on the Twitch. Yeah, we do NBA streams on the Twitch, Kevin. Also, so check out the upcoming live stream schedule. But yeah, we constantly running late night shows. Prime, I'm going to send a link to to Taza in a second. I'd like to run through the comments because the comment section was booming off. That's all. Dama Diallo kid that people be talking about. What position does he play? He plays right wing or as a 10. They're the two positions I've seen him play and like occupy mainly. He's left-footed. He played for United like under Oli, and he scored against AC Milan in the Europa League. He scored. Yeah, but I'm a fan, and he's been playing well on loan as well. Flawless, which players do you think United should get in the summer? Now, again, the spine, goalkeeper, central midfielder, attacking midfielder, striker. That should be the main priority is those 4 positions. Because we're currently not good enough in those 4 areas. That's just my opinion. Not necessarily saying Ten Hag Ten Hag will do that. Yeah, Marcel said it here. You know what I'm saying? Them late night streams are legendary. United Spurs of America says, I'm from the South. And where are you from in the South? You got the accent. I love the accent. I really, really do. Like, people be sounding like Boosie. That shit's great. Flawless, will you ever have a fan cam after the games or during Q&A sessions? What do you mean by fan cam? What do you mean? You know what I'm saying? What do you mean? I'm unsure. United Spurs of America. I see you here all the time. You said that you down to jump on my channel to preview Spurs versus United, mate. Texas, bro. Boosie's a legend. I love Boosie, man. Just from the Vlad TV interviews. But United Spurs of America, I see you here often. You are supporting. Just message me in it. Just message me. Email me. Oh, actually, United Spurs of America, just hit me up. Just hit me up on Instagram. Just hit me up. That's me flawless on Instagram. You can see it there. That's me flawless. Same to you. Someone else asked as well. Where is it? I want to miss your name. To potentially contact and possibly feature or work with you someday. If not all good, I figured out. Just send me a message. Just shoot me a message. And I'm going to bring back I keep saying this, fan calling shows. I do want to bring the fan calling shows back. But you lot got to make sure you call in. If I run fan calling shows, you lot make sure that you call in if you run in fan calling shows. 100%. And I do them. Because the channel's grown to the point where now I get more and more people asking about getting on the channel and stuff like that. But yeah, like I said, United Spurs of America, message me on Instagram. Same to you, Kevin. Just message me on Instagram. And we'll pattern something. 100%. Let's see. The hair has been real, but it's time to go. Yardman, I agree with you. Get to know the late night shows are the best. Like I said, I do this lot because not only does it suit me because I'm a night owl anyway, you lot like them. And it's good not only for the night owls in the UK, people in other time zones as well. So that's what it is. Because you lot got plenty of great content during the day in the UK. You got Rants, you got Saeed, you got Aaron, you got Lewis, you got Matisse. The list goes on and on and on. You got so much great content. Big 6 hours on today. So much. Troops. The whole night. Lee Gunner. Oh, you mean like fans calling in? Oh, calling show. Yeah. Twitch, like I said. Twitch. Fan cam, like you ask the question and United fan answer. So kind of like fan cams like that. No, I never really thought about it, to be honest. United Spurs of America. Nah. Instagram. Hit me on the gram if you're on Instagram. That's me flawless. Anyway, all of you lot be following me on Twitter anyway. That's me flawless on both. Let me send this link to Taza. While I do that, you lot bump up the likes as well. Bump up the likes. Let me send this through. But yeah, anyone who wants to hit me up, just hit me up on the gram. You have to hit me by email. That's all. It's all too official and all them things there. So yeah. Let me send this to Taza. One second. Taza, you even here? I don't even know if Taza's there. Let me find him. Ahmed messaging me, that prick. Let me message him back. Big up, bro. Europa League winnable from 11th place, you know. These man always switching teams and all this bullshit. But I'm a Palace fan. Where's the stream? Yeah, link. Who am I sending this to? Taza will send you the link if you're here anyway. Seeing United's Spurs on the football terrace, I think he was hilarious. Oh, has he been on the terrace? All right, sick. I'm saying. Kevin says, appreciate it. Been seeing you a lot on Battle of the North. Just recently started following you. Appreciate it, Kevin. Big up. Yeah, man, we'll get to that. I'll get to that. United Spurs of America. I'll get to that. No, Chelsea won't get relegated. King Manny says, big up Flawless for holding it down today. Always, man. Man's here, win, lose, or draw, man. Even in the disgusting defeats. You know what I'm saying? And even in disgusting defeats. Flawless gonna peak a Big Six show before I sleep next time. Fam, will chat. Big up Play Simple. Big up to Play Simple again because he gifted out that last show like 5 memberships. So salute to him, man. And I hope everyone you gifted a membership to said big up. I know he gifted one to that prick Lewis. I know that much. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what we're on. Daredevil says, big up Flawless and everyone else. Love from the USA. Disappointing, poor, and bad performance from us today. Against Sevilla in the Europa League as we're out, but we must move on. That's what it is, man. We got to move on. This defeat worse than the 7 we held to Liverpool. Sucked. Can't believe we went out in such fashion. Just went out sad. Went out very sad. Extremely sad. Hey, let's bump up the likes as well. We're at 61 likes, man. Let's bump this up to 70 likes, people. Let's bump this up to 70 likes. The midfield was the problem today for us, lack of proper passing and creativity. It was all bad. I agree with you, Daredevil. It was abysmal. Absolutely abysmal. You know what I'm saying? Abysmal. I'm primed to answer your question because you're my guy, Flawless. When do you think Chelsea next win or even point will come this season, banter aside? Probably Forest. I don't necessarily think you win, but I think you get a point of Forest. Who's saying, Taza? Flaw's yours, yo. You want to chat about Flaw's yours?
Yeah. Hope everyone's good after the performance today. I stopped honestly caring about the result like 70, 80 minutes in until Floss told me about it. He was going on the big six, so I was just happy for my dog.
Appreciate
But it's the thing is, right? It's the scariest part of today's results is we conceded 5 unanswered. That's for me the scariest part. Because we went up 2 in this tie and they scored 5 straight goals. And we didn't have a sniff. We didn't have a sniff at goal. The best chance I think we created is probably the Weghorst chance when he should have laid it off to Anthony, right? Remember that? Because remember you were like, he should have laid it off to Anthony. That's the best like team chance we created, right? It's a damning indictment that we can't create a chance against a Sevilla team that is 13th in La Liga. It's scary, right? And the funny thing is, we always do bad away from home. It doesn't even matter the competition anymore. Us at home and away from home is so bad, like it's not even funny. And that goes to show the lack of technical ability in this team. Because what happens away from home? Teams press you. And what do? They pressed us today. And we just couldn't handle it. How many times did they press us and it led to a goal? The first one, they pressed us, led to a goal. The second one, they scored, but it was offside. And even then, they scored 5 goals this tie, right? But I don't think not one of them were clear-cut chances. The one clear-cut chance, the goal they scored off a clear-cut chance, was offside. They jumped on the loose ball from Casemiro. It went on to Acuna. Acuna crossed it in. It was a goal, but it happened to be offside. The other 3 were all just mismatches, like just us just axing ourselves, right? And that leads to the lack of technical ability in our team. Who is on that pitch today? The most technically sound player was Eriksen, and he had one of his worst games at United.
That's the worst I've seen him play in the United shit.
He even then he still had some decent passes, like the ball over the top to Sancho. He had to the left wing. Like even in his bad performances, there's good passes. But if you look at the rest of the squad, it's looking very bleak. And you know, I keep saying this, right? The best analysis you could do is when you're on top and when you're doing good. Because right now that we better 3-0, it's easy to take a look and point at each single player that does wrong. But I always say that the best analysis to do is when you're on top, and that's when you can see things clearly because you want to like everyone. But on that point, right? Forget today's result. It is what it is. It happened. We can't do nothing about it. It's no point in just crying about it. Blah blah blah. What we just got to figure out now is what we got to do going forward, right? Because this is a process. You get bumps in the road. There's highs and lows. It's healthy. Like in any aspect of life, there's a balance, right? You got your highs, you got your lows. It is what it is. It's part of being a young team, young manager, and by young I mean the amount of time that we have, not the age. Before anyone gets that confused.
Yeah.
So my biggest concern is, right, knowing all of these things and seeing these players bottle it because that was a bottle job, right? Most of these players just bottled it because we had a 2-0 lead and then we just five straight. That's a bottle job if I've ever seen one. And it's not good to say because these are our players and you want to back them, but why should we back something that we know is not going to work and that we know we've been calling out is not going to work? But it's not on me to back them. You've got to fix up. I can't do the shit on you. I can defend you and should have done this, should have done that, but I can't do that on you for the pitch, right? If we can see it, why can't you see it? This is literally your job. We're just doing this as a part-time because it's fun to us. It's a hobby. It's a team that we like to watch. But this is literally your job, is to go and play football at a consistent level at one of the best clubs in the world, right? So going back to that point, right? Ten Hag can see this. But my issue is I'm not going to focus on the Maguires and, the Freds and all this, because we know they're going this summer. According to reports, whether you believe it or not, and according to the playing time, they don't even play that much. So there's no point focusing on them because they're just squad players. The real issue is the first teamers that are here, and they're going to be here possibly for the foreseeable future. Your Luke Shaws just signed a 4-year deal. Your David De Gea, that's going to sign a 4-year deal, according to reports, if they are to be believed. That, for me, is the issue. Because you can see it firsthand what the issue is. You can see these guys are not good enough. And they haven't been good enough. These two players have been part of the worst United period ever. Post Sir Alex Ferguson, we have been at our worst. Right? And these two players have been a common denominator in all of that. Whether you like them or not, someone likes De Gea, someone likes Shaw, blah, 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 right? What the facts are is the facts. They have been here in our worst ever period and played a part in that, whether they have been good or bad through that, regardless, right? And you see that, and this season, Luke Shaw has been, okay, decent, good to okay, right? Same with De Gea. He's had some, pull off some great saves here and there. He's improved from what he was last year, but is it still good enough for where we're trying to go?
No.
I don't think so.
I don't think it.
And you look at him compared to others, right? Because stats are a very interesting thing because they can be taken out of context. Like when you just need stats to defend a player like a Bruno Fernandes, who hides behind his GA and his bad performances, that can be taken in the wrong way. But when you compare them to his peers, then when you get into the percentiles, right? There's this website, they do the percentiles. How David De Gea compares to the goalkeepers in every other team of the top 5 leagues. There is 98 teams in the top 5 leagues. There would be 100, but Bundesliga only has 18 teams in their league. When it comes to cross-collecting, right? Commanding your area, De Gea ranks 112 in that aspect. 112. There is only 98 teams in the top 5 leagues, and he ranks 112. Do you understand that? So that means that is entailing that he is worse than some teams' backups in that aspect. Okay. Next. When it comes to passes attempted, De Gea ranks in the 38th percentile. So there is around a 60% of goalkeepers that are better than him in that aspect. When it comes to crosses stopped, he is in the 5th percentile. 95% of goalkeepers in Europe's top 5 leagues are better statistically at stopping crosses. When it comes to sweeping, defensive actions outside of the penalty area, De Gea ranks in the 28th percentile. That means that 62% of goalkeepers are better than him statistically in that aspect. That is just 2 or 3. I don't want to bore you with statistics and, we don't want to make a stat show because that's not what that is. we also have eyes that we could see. But I see something with my eyes, right? And then I go to stats to see if my eyes are lying to me or not. And they're clearly not. These bitches can see. And the thing is, you hear that, right? And do you think this guy is good enough to be at our number one, which reports are entailing for the near future? I don't think so. And it is a big issue for all the people that say, oh, it's just a goalkeeper. It's not a big issue. Well, clear as day, in our biggest moment, right? You said it yourself, Alice. What's our number one priority this season? The Europa League. You look at the Premier League. Remember the Barcelona ties? Ten Hag rested Varane in that Leicester game. Remember the one Sancho scored in? He rested him just for the Europa League.
Leicester and Leeds, he did it both. Yeah, both times.
Exactly. We have, even Ten Hag has shown with his match selection, right, that he is prioritizing the Europa League over the Premier League and over top four. And so you could say this was our biggest game until this season, maybe the Carabao Cup. And this guy bottled it at the biggest game of our season. Bottled it completely. So those claims that this guy, oh, it doesn't matter, he's okay, goalkeeper is there to stop shots. Well, no, it's way more than that. Like, these guys are still living in, the 1900s, bro. You got to grow up. You got to be with the times. De Gea, I've said this, and I think this is the best way to put it. David De Gea is at his best when Manchester United are at their worst. What, fellas, correct me if I'm wrong. Do you think David De Gea's best game is at the Emirates when he stopped 30 shots?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Do you think United played well in that game?
No, we didn't play well. We had moments, but we didn't play well.
30 shots this guy stopped, and that was his best game. And people think, oh, numero uno, blah, 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 this, and that. They want us to get pammed just to see this guy succeed. Although, let's say we bring in a new goalkeeper, right? And let's say he starts out. Maybe he's not as good at shot stopping as De Gea. My point is, it'll have a better impact for the rest of our team than De Gea. You take the Weghorst and Ronaldo example, right? Is Weghorst a better player than even 37-year Ronaldo? Fuck no. But did our team perform better with him? Yes. And this is coming from, Mr. Weghorst hater. And I can admit that 100%. So if we have a ball playing goalkeeper that can sweep and that can play the high line, we saw what we did in the high line today. We played the high line. They go in the back. David De Gea can't sweep. He can't command his cross. So we are unable to do these things. That is the whole point of the situation. Another stat for you guys. Just look at Premier League, okay? We play. You would have seen Hussam mention it a couple of times, fellas. We have that the reason why we are called Ollie Ball. This is just Ollie Ball, right? We have the second deepest line in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Do you think that's just by coincidence? Or is it that our goalkeeper is enabled to do that? Because no one can tell me Varane and Martinez are not quick enough to track back. No one can tell me that. Varane he was one of the best sweepers as a center back in all of Europe and did it at the Champions League level, and which led to him being the 3-time Champions League winner in a row. Lisandro Martinez has been one of the best center backs. He's great at that. Diogo Dalot, Wan-Bissaka, Tyrell Malacia. Say what you want about these guys. These guys they're still quick.
They're quick enough to get back.
Exactly. So we are able to play a high line with our back line. But what's the common denominator, folks? Numero uno. That's the thing. So Arsenal, you take that. They're 1-2 in the Premier League and going into a title race. They play 1-2.
Breaking up Tazo.
Right, 1-2 is the highest line in the Premier League.
Run it back. You broke up. Run that back from the top.
Oh, run that back? All right.
Yeah. Run
Am
it
I
back
good now?
Can
you hear me?
Yeah, you're good now. Yeah.
I was saying that the number 1 and number 2 team in the Premier League in the points table is Arsenal and Manchester City. They also somehow magically happen to play also the 1 and 2 highest lines in the Premier League. Is that also a coincidence, folks? You may think so. I don't think so. The whole point of this is, right, I love Ten Hag. You would have seen me in September say that I think Ten Hag, although he's not good enough yet, I think he has a potential to reach a manager that can compete with the likes of your Pep's, Klopp, although he's fallen off, your Arteta's now, right? I think he has that. I said that back in September. The streams are there, folks. You can check them out. But if you think that giving this guy a new deal is the best way for the club to go forward, maybe I overrated you. Because this is like, people don't understand how massive this piece of our team is. You look at the Ten Hag teams, you go on Twitter, all the tacticals that people call them, right? You look at how they build up, Ten Hag teams build up. Bro, it's so evident how much a goalkeeper is important. You look at the Liverpool team, 17-18, they reach the Champions League final. What happens? Karius pulls a howler and they lose 3-1. Fast forward a year, they have Alisson back in there. What do? They win the Champions League 2-0. Although he's not the sole reason for that, he played a big part in that. We have seen how goalkeepers can transform teams. Look at Arsenal, right? Look at Arsenal. They had what's his face? Bernd Leno. Yeah. And although he is not as good of a shot stopper as Ramsdale, they finished 8th 2 years in a row with Bernd Leno. They bring in Ramsdale, they go to 5th, and now they're 1st. Just changing that aspect can help your team so much more. Help us in build-up that we don't have to go long all the time. You look at how these teams press, right? Because when you go to the top of the top and where we're trying to be, every team presses. You look at your Real Madrids, your Man Cities, your Arsenals, your Bayern Munichs, everyone presses, and they press high. When you have a good goalkeeper that can play out the back and break a press, like we've seen so many times, like remember, I don't remember which game exactly you were watching, but it was just a ball, and then Alisson picked out a crazy press. They broke their press, and they're gone. It might have
been C. It might have been C.
I think so. But you remember the exact moment, right? And you were talking to me like, yo, look how he just broke the press. Like, that is so important to be able to do that. And what you can do that way, if you go back to your goalkeeper, you even invite the teams even more forward, even more into your own half. And then the goalkeeper goes one ball over the top, boom, it's a goal. You remember that Liverpool goal against Cancelo? Remember Salah, Cancelo had that howler?
Yeah.
Boom, Alisson did that. Remember the Liverpool Newcastle game when Alisson picked it over the top, which got Pope the red card?
Yeah, I do remember. Yeah, we did watch it on Friday. I remember.
Like it's so important to have a good goalkeeper. And people say, right? Remember, for us, we were having the discussion that what does De Gea excel at? And you said shot stopping. I think his shot stopping is great. But is it of that same level that we saw in 17-18 that got him the number 1 goalkeeper team of the year? Is it of the same level? Even that?
Because he's not facing the same amount of shots we see it less. I think it's a volume thing. That's how I'm looking at it.
You think
if
it's a volume
thing? 30 shots a game, 20 shots a game, then yeah. I don't think his shot stopping is any worse. I just think we see it less. Because there's not many goals we can see, and I'm like, yo, yeah, De Gea should do majorly better with that. There's not many. There's probably a couple of occasions, but nothing that's alarming. Not as alarming as everything else. The entire rest of his game is what's alarming. Coming for crosses. Forest. You spoke on it at Forest. Don't catch the ball in the 6-yard box.
Bro, when someone is so bad at collecting crosses that he is worse than some backups in all of the top 5 leagues, that's saying something, man. That's not United level. What does my bro Saeed say all the time? Best in class. Bro, we're the most successful club, you could say, in all of England. We deserve better. We deserve the top of the top. Why can't we do that? If we can attract Casemiro from Real Madrid, a 5-time Champions League winner from the biggest club in the world, to come here and at the age of 29, you don't think we can attract a top goalkeeper to come here and take the reins?
Of course we can.
Come on. Like people say, oh, but he's gonna, when he has a stinker, you'll think of De Gea. Oh, he's not gonna start out great like you wanted to. Hey, guys, flash news. A goalkeeper comes to United and doesn't have the greatest starts, but turns it around. When have you seen this story before? David De Gea had the same thing. Do you guys not remember this first game at West Brom? This guy couldn't collect crosses back then. I remember that debut. He could not catch a cross. And and we're 10, 12 years later, it's still the same shit. How are you that bad at something and you have been improved in 10, 11 years? How, Sway? Shout out Kanye. How, Sway? Bro, shit don't make no sense. You're United. You have every resource you need. Bro, you can't distribute the ball. You can't collect crosses. We can't play a high line because of you. You're shaky. It's horrible. And that's my piece on that for him. Moving on. Jadon Sancho, bro. Jadon Sancho. Bro, I love you, dog. Come on, bro. Remember, fellas? I was like, bro, you got to rise it up. And you're like, oh, who? Because you weren't in the stream. You're like, oh, who? I was like, bro, Jadon Sancho. He's got to rise it up. This is the reason why we bought you. We paid the big bucks for you. Anthony, as much as people get onto him, he rose up today. He rose to the challenge. He was the only one you could say that could come out. Exactly. Who could come out of there with their head held high. The rest, nothing. Bleep. Even the guys of Casemiro, Eriksen, Martial, all of these guys. Nothing. But Anthony was the only one that tried. Jadon played 45 minutes. Yeah, because he was trash for 45 minutes and got hooked.
Yeah, he wasn't.
What are we talking about? Yeah. What are we talking about, bro? How many times do we need to see ass performances from a guy before we just say maybe he's just not that good? And it's not like he doesn't have it in him, because we saw it at Everton. That wasn't the only excuse I hear for Sancho is, oh, it's this league, it's the possession-based system. He's gonna thrive when we do. Everton wasn't that. You watch that game. That's a basketball match. That's the Suns and Clippers that are about to come on. That ain't no possession game. Look at the chances Everton had. It was so back and forth. But he still did it then in a counter-attacking team. At Dortmund. At Dortmund. He played in the counter-attacking team as Jez told us. Jez is a Dortmund fan. Jez used to watch this guy week in, week out. Big up Jez. My dog. Cool. So you clearly show you have the ability, and then you're just not doing it. So, bro, but we're not a charity, right? We're not just this mollycoddling team. Oh no, you can take your time, figure it out. No, this is a big stage. It's you either perform or you move on. We've had bigger players than Jadon Sancho come here and not do well, and we've moved them on. Bigger players. Say what you want about Angel Di Maria. This guy was helped in the winner of the Champions League final. He was one of the best wingers in the world. Mm-hmm. Champions League winner. He came in. He couldn't hack it. Boom, chucked out. You're gone. Yeah. It's United can survive even if Jadon Sancho goes on to have a great career. We'll be okay. He's not the only player in this world. You have to rise it up. Mm-hmm. Look at your other, expensive signing on the wing on the other end. He has that dog in him, bro. He believes he deserves to be at this stage. He's rising it up at the biggest occasion. Yeah, he wasn't great at the start of the season and had a slow start. But in the business end of the season, which is what really matters, because you could be good all you want, but if in this part you're not good, ain't shit matter because you won't win nothing. In the business end of the season, Anthony is stepping up. Where's the rest of y'all? Because it's all good doing it in October and September, But when it matters most, where were you? Nowhere to be seen. But people keep wanting to make excuses for this guy. I've had enough. We have to keep, let's be real, right? People won't respect our opinions if we don't keep the same energy for everyone else. If Bruno puts in a performance like that, we're crucifying him. We're calling out every single Bruno stan in this chat. I don't even like Bruno. You know this. But we're destroying him. But that's not good enough. And half of these guys, but even still, Flawless, I wouldn't sell him. You know why? Because the lack of technical ability in our squad. And say what you, and I even
let's go on,
just because the only reason is because he is technically sound, and that is one thing we lack. Bro, it doesn't matter if you have PNP if you can't keep the ball. It doesn't matter. You have to have both. You have to have both. There's too many players that are getting away with this. Why are we so bad away from home? I go back to this again. Why we are terrible away from home. How many times have we bottled it away from home? It is because the teams press us at home. No one's trying to go at Old Trafford and press on that big pitch. Ain't no one trying to do that. You gonna get smoked. When we go away from home and when your character has to be tested and because teams will press you, that's when your press resistance and your technical ability shows. Gone. Nothing. What? Nothing. How are you a professional footballer and completing 57% of your passes? Who do you think that was? Let's do that, right? Who do you think completed 57% of their passes today? Take a wild guess.
Eriksen, Casemiro, that too.
Nope. Marcel Sabitzer.
Was he in 57? What was Eriksen and Sabitzer?
I'll tell you right now. And people that are asking for what website it is, SofaScore, and the other one was Football something. I can put it in the chat if you want to. But bro, it's not good enough. I don't care what no one says.
I thought he was awful. He wasn't the only one. He was awful today. Yeah, he was. It was really bad.
It was shameful. Sabitzer, I've noticed because the last couple of games, even the last game against Sevilla, he was good, but bro, apart from the goals, this guy was crap passing wise. He was crap. Let's see this right here. We got the Sevilla game up underway, and now let's see their pass accuracy. Christian Eriksen completed 82% pass accuracy. Casemiro 76%. How are you? That's not good enough, man.
No.
For you, that's not good enough. I'm sorry. Sabitzer, 58%. Oh, I was being nice to him. 11 out of 19 passes completed. 10 possession loss. 10 times he lost the ball. If that's Bruno, we're crucifying him. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's not good enough for him. It's not good enough.
Anthony Martial, how is your best part of your game, your technical ability, and your passing accuracy is 69%.
How many passes though?
He went 11 for 16, 8 times possession lost.
That's not too shabby. 11 out of 18. That's not too shabby for a striker. I'll crucify him for that. Yeah, that's it. Brian said it. He had 19 touches. He didn't have enough of the ball. That's my biggest criticism.
Diogo Dalot, 96% pass accuracy. That's more like it. That's the things I want to see. But it goes back to the point, right? Why is it every single time that when the backs are up against the wall, these guys fold? Why? The one time I've seen them rise it up is the Barcelona game. When the stakes are really high. You go 1-0 down, second half, you rise it up.
Because we had you know what that was? We had our better players on the pitch. If I correct my memory, that you talking about the home leg, Varane played, right?
Varane played and Martinez played.
Casemiro played, right?
Yes.
Casemiro played. Ericsson played? Let us know in the chat. I can't remember if Ericsson played or not.
I don't remember.
Rashford played. Rashford played, right?
Yes.
Anthony also played.
Anthony came on in the second half.
Yeah, and scored the winner. So our better players played. That's why.
And played well.
Yes, and played well to add to that. When our better players play well, it masks the deficiencies of the others. But when they don't, i.e. today, i.e. against Sevilla, the Newcastle game, the Fulham game, etc., the list goes on. Yeah, man is saying Ericsson did play. Yeah, it makes sense. You see it and you get tonight. No way we should be getting packed like that. You know what I'm saying? And that, no way we should be getting packed like that. And that's what it stems down to. You lot continue to bump up the likes before we close out. I did star a couple more as well. Big up to Jez, who says, have you talked about Martial yet? He just came back and got injured again. United should let go in the summer. Just Martial for you, isn't it? Like, just Martial. So that is typical Tony Martial. That's what it is. Just
the thing with him is, right? What's the difference between him and Luke Shaw?
In what sense?
They come in, they're either injured or they're not playing well. Like Martial this season, he's been playing well for the most part, but when has he been on the pitch? Not enough. His first season he was good. And the COVID season he was good. So realistically, he's had maybe 1, maybe 2 good years. We crucify Luke Shaw, right? Luke Shaw, not the COVID, not the NHS year. The year after that, he was good when we finished second with Ollie. And this season, he's been decent to okay. But other than that, it's not been either good enough or he's not been there. It's the same thing, the same exact thing. You guys in the chat, let me know if I'm wrong.
Yeah, Z says, did you say before you'd like to see us without Bruno? Well, it's not got any better. One thing we're big up to you, Z. One thing we're not going to do is use this game to show all. I'd still like to see us without Bruno. If Bruno was suspended for the next game, I'd be interested to see how we looked. Because let me repeat this for those loud and clear. I don't believe he's good enough. But that doesn't mean I think the players behind him are good enough either. I've said we need to upgrade on Ericsson. We need to upgrade on Sabitzer. 2 players I want the squad players. But we need to improve the midfield. Bruno Fernandes is not good enough for where Manchester United want to go to. And I'm not letting one defeat against Sevilla and one poor performance. Actually, we performed poorly with him in the first leg, but the second leg in particular, and say, all right, that's why we need Bruno. I don't think he changes tonight. I still think he get beat. I don't think he changes tonight because we've been packed with him. Rashford played today, Prime, to answer your question. He says, wait, Martial is injured. Yes, Martial did get injured tonight. How long is he going to be out for? We don't know yet. So no Rashford, no Martial against Brighton. Could be a long day. No, Rashford's fit because he came on the pitch today. However, yes, it's still a long day against Brighton, with or without Rashford. United away record, 7 wins, 2 draws, 6 in the league. Crazy. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. That's unacceptable.
Yeah, we need to improve. Let's see. I wanted to see if we missed any. Hold up. Tell FC for the double says Sancho doesn't make the right decisions. He skips past people and delays a pass or gets open and looks scared to shoot. I wouldn't say he's scared to shoot. He's just not a shoot first player. He's a creator. So he's definitely not scared to shoot. I wouldn't say that much. Yeah, his decision making does need to improve, but his just overall game needs to improve. And people talking about his mentality and he needs to be more aggressive. That's not him. He ain't gonna change his character. Just because he's a laid back character doesn't mean he don't care. Sancho's trying. It's not a lack of effort. I don't see Sancho on the ball not trying to take players on, not trying to cross, not trying to pass, not trying to shoot, not trying to create. It's not a question of not attempting to do these things. They just not, when he's trying these things, he's just not pulling it off. But yeah, go on.
The biggest thing that summed up today was Sevilla had a corner. The ball got cleared, fell to the edge of the box, and it was a challenge between Sancho and the other player. And Sancho literally jumped out the challenge.
Yeah, that's terrible.
What?
Yeah.
How are you right next to our goal and jumping out of challenges? What?
100%.
That was disgraceful. And you say, right, it's not a lack of skill, it's a lack of will, it's a lack of skill. I think it was a mixture of both today. Because I didn't see the same intensity. Like, I've seen us press, right? I didn't see the same intensity and the same like just desire to do it. Like I don't think what Casemiro and Ericsson and all these guys showed today was their true ability. I just think they were just being lackluster. Like,
I think they were lackluster
it
on the
just
ball and off the ball as well. We were lackluster on the ball.
that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like, in both aspects, right?
Yeah.
I've seen this guy, when they really want to do it, they could do it. But that goes back to this mentality issue. Is it's not that it's just a mentality. It's just a mentality issue, or it's just a squad thing. Like, it's just a skill thing, right? I think it's a mixture of both. There, in some players, something applies, in the others apply. Like, for Maguire, he's just bad at both aspects. He just doesn't have the mentality, nor does he have the skill. He has a skill, he just can't apply it. Anthony was okay today. But the other thing I want to touch on was the fullbacks. And Dalot get an extension. Bro, let's be real. Yeah, we've seen Dalot's performance. If United get rid of Diogo Dalot, I think we'll be okay, man.
Agreed.
He's just okay. He
we spoke on this.
We had this argument, right, with Dalot, Wan-Bissaka. The more I see it, bro, I'd keep Wan-Bissaka, but just strictly as a backup for special occasions, like you said
this.
The Bernabeu, blah blah blah, right? But Diogo Dalot, bro, it's just like something's missing, right? It's just like like how play. Oh, he didn't move me. Like, he's just like mid. Like, he's just okay, and he's like a 5 or 6 out of 10 at everything, but he's not a 7 or an 8, which is the definition of mid. Like, he's just okay, right? Like, yeah, he's this, yeah, he's good at this, yeah, he's good at that, but like, it's really not good enough at the end of the day. And that's the biggest issue. That's like, for me, that's unacceptable. Like, bro, there's much better right backs out there and fullbacks out there than Diogo Dalot. I'll be real. And we'll be just fine without him. I don't think he's a world beater. And he is getting offered a new deal as well. The thing is, you can have these guys on new deals, but they're in such high wages. It's also so hard to sell them. David De Gea is on 375 grand a week and has 1 year left on his deal. Yes, we should sell David De Gea, but who's gonna buy him at those wages? Who's buying him? You let me know a club that is dumb enough to pay him anywhere around that. He said he's willing to take a.
He said he's willing to take a pay cut, but this is on us, where we have to be smart with our decision making. In regard, not decision.
But how much is that pay cut?
Pay players. No. Paying players off. We have to do that. We got no choice. We got no choice. Might have
just
to do
release him, bro. Just like,
nah, forget releasing him. Like, you can sell him on for money, but what I'm saying is, in regards to his contract, you can pay him off X amount. So whatever he's getting at the next club he's going to, and then you pay him off X amount. You can figure out a deal easily. It's been done before.
Like,
they're saying, look, 200K a week rumors for his contract. They're saying so that's 175K. You know what I'm saying? Downgrade, so to speak. So it's like, you pay him off if needs be. It's not impossible to get rid of players on our wages. No, probably not. He's not. My point is that I'm making is that you can pay him off. So moving on, if you want to move on to De Gea,
yeah,
Sancho,
I understand that point.
Even though it's tough, what I'm saying is it's not impossible. That's what I'm saying. People make out like it's impossible. Like, you can be moved. If United really wanted to move on De Gea, we could move him on. He would settle for something if he was like, right, we're just going to pay you off your year contract, whatever it is, however many millions it is, and you can go to your new club, and we're going to get 40 million from such whoever the club is. So it can be done. It can be done.
And
that's what I'd say.
Like, guys like Maguire, guys like Lindelof, like, bro.
Yeah, we know.
If we don't, this is why goes back to the overarching big issue. The Glazers. If these fuckers don't go, we'll be stuck with these scrubs for the near future. I know it. I know we will. Because their best interest is making money, not the football club. And if you look at the reports with like FFP and everything, and with how they like won't have enough money to spend, all of this because all the debts that has been adding up, and we're literally using the overdraft budget to pay and finance transfers. We're fucked.
Mm-hmm.
We want a major overhaul, like 7, 8, 10 players gone. Even if they don't go, bro, it's curtains.
Yeah.
It's GGs.
Yeah. Facts.
That's why it's so important for all you guys. Ooh, you guys will be fine with that. Glazer spent money, like just doing lazy analysis.
Yes.
And there's guys in our like group chat and like in our circle, right, that even say that, oh, your use problem is not the Glazers, blah blah blah. Yes, it is, for this exact reason.
Yeah.
Well, how are we spending 80 million on Harry Maguire, 50 million on Fred, 40 million on Lindelof?
Mm-hmm.
How are we doing all of these things? 50 million on Wan-Bissaka. Like, how, Sway? If you do the inflation, Lisandro Martinez is cheaper than all of them. And he is 3 times, 4 times, 5 times the player they are. Mm-hmm. It's not even close. Mm-hmm. So you can do good business. You just don't want to do it because you care for the commercial value. Mm-hmm. And with these guys here, we will never be successful. And we will never reach the heights and the potential that we can go. Yeah, fuck you, Jez, man. Go away. This guy always trying to troll.
He is absolutely one. And Z, like I said, big up to you. Yeah, we spoke on it. You're late here, but yeah, Eriksen and Casemiro were awful today, as was everybody. And yeah, I don't think Bruno changes. I don't think there's any play. I don't think Rashford starting changes it. I think a fit Martinez Varane changed that. That's it. That's one thing that I already knew that's been reinforced with this game is the importance of those two in particular, in terms of off the ball defensively and also on the ball with Varane and Martinez. Even though, yeah, we've been beat. I think if them two are fully fit, we get past Sevilla, but we're good enough to get past them anyway. And they're crap. They were crap and still crap. Even in that game, they were nothing special. I'm saying that. Really taking the lead late in the fourth. All right, big up, man, every single time. But yeah, if we don't get new owners, we're screwed in terms of where we want this club to go. If we want Manchester United to go compete for Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues, we need new owners because we need heavy investment. Heavy investment. But anyway, before we close out, you're at 77 likes, get us up to 80 likes. How many subscribers are we on? We are on, let's see, how many subscribers are we on? How many new subs? So we're at 6,332. 3 more subscribers before we close out. People, get your final few questions in as well. Taz had a lot to say. A lot of great points he made getting off his chest. So yeah, any questions I may have missed in the chat, let me know because I was listening like you lot as well. Let's bump up the likes. Continue, man. Get us up to 80 likes. We're at 78. Still 3 short, people. Still 3 short of the subscriber mark. All right, let's see.
See, people, not always agendas. You know, we could be objective when
you can talk sense when you want to. Let me see this.
It's just I like to troll, so I'll
yeah, we know you like to troll. We know exactly what you're like. Let's see, final few before we close out. Don't forget we're going live on the Twitch as well, people. About half an hour from now, about 3:30 a.m. UK time for the Clippers Suns game 3, people. Clippers Suns, obviously Warriors Kings game 3 is also going on as well. Alpha, I know you said this a couple of times, and yeah, we've mentioned this. Klopp, Pep, Arteta, Mourinho at Real Madrid, also the goalkeepers when they first arrived at their respective clubs. We cannot keep the hair if we are to build a title-winning side. I hear you, Alpha. I agree with you, man. I hear that. Brian says, "Heads up, boys. We move on. New transfer soon." Yeah, that's why I'm not letting, as pissed off as I am right now, as livid as I am with what went on, and I'm still going to be pissed. About this game definitely tomorrow, probably through the weekend, probably throughout next week, even if we do beat Brighton, because it's just such an opportunity missed because we're the best side in this competition. I'm not letting this overshadow, I should say, the season we've had so far and improvements we've made. We still just have levels to go. Even though we jumped from here to here, we still got a long way to go all the way up to here. That's what it is. That's why I don't let people, even when I was on Big Six and was talking about that, and I was saying just because we've improved doesn't mean we don't need to improve further. I was saying it to Hammers when I said, "Oh, it's the best team we've seen in 10 years." That's not a flex, because the teams before that have been piss poor. The Mourinho side wasn't a good, sustainable side. You know what I'm saying? That's the only side that won anything. Van Gaal side, cool. If you want to say the FA Cup side, that's it. They're the only two sides who have won anything in the past 10 years, to my knowledge. Yeah, it is. None of those sides were sustainable. That's why they both fell apart the season after. Both fell apart the season after. Yeah, I know about Kawhi won't play Game 3, Jez. Hope to see all of you lot on the Twitch as well. I think we got to the majority. Let me see. And obviously, you'll get a ManDem United today, 4:30 p.m. Me and Eddie will be on. This is supposed to be the United Arsenal show, but I did hit up Cam late because I was on Big Six. But I'm going to try and do my best to rearrange the United Arsenal show for you lot. I'm going to do what I can. Pardon me. Let's see. I think we've literally spoke on everyone and just not being good enough. And like I said countless times, and you hear me say to the end of the season, I will push the majority of the squad off a cliff. Theoretically speaking, people, not literally, because they're not good enough. And that's why, even though I put blame on Ten Hag for going out, I put the majority of the blame on these players. Can't go out there and just not keep the ball. What can the manager do about that? Just not keep the ball and just players who aren't good enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we move. As well, we're at 79 likes. Yo, yeah, big up to you lot, man. Big up to everyone who continues to support. The channel continues to grow. I fucks with it. So big up. Yeah, man. Large up you lot. Because this was a later stream than scheduled. So much appreciated. Make sure you get over to the Twitch. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, for Clippers Suns Game 3. And then we're back today, ManDem United podcast, 4:30 p.m. ManDem United podcast. Then you may get the Arsenal Southampton watch along on the Twitch. I don't know, people. I'm trying to get my hair done. So you may get it, you may not. And then Q&A. You know what I'm saying? Hey, problems, man. I got to get my hair done, didn't it? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, do both. Do both, man. Multitask.
I can't do it. It has to get done. You know what I'm saying? And that.
Yeah. Tell someone to do it while you're watching the game.
I don't know in it if it is. I don't know in it.
See, yeah, see, I got you.
No. I'm not sure if the person wants. No, I'm not sure if the person wants to be on cam. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying.
Turn the camera off.
Yeah, I might just do that. Still, I may do that. Yeah, you
gotcha.
Right. I might do it. You know what I'm saying? I might do it. We'll see. Hey, so you may get asked to Southampton. Go on, Bam.
Oh, sorry. No, I was going to say Jez. See, last thing on this, I don't want to, completely bash him, but Jez has come, right? Tomori, Fikayo Tomori talked about how important Mike Mignon is to them and how much confidence he gives them at AC Milan. And that is, when have we ever heard our center backs praise David De Gea? Can you remember? Anyone let me know.
Right.
Do you remember, fellas? Because I don't remember. Like, have you ever seen? We've seen press conferences with Varane, Martinez, post game. The Europa League pressers. The Euro pressers. You go with one of your players. He's brought Varane and Martinez a couple of times. Have you ever heard them praise De Gea? I rest my case, people. But yeah, that's it for me.
Let me get to the final few questions. It's calm. Towers have been on smoke. Flawless, if you take the Carabao Cup out of the equation, would this be a replica of last season, even if we finish top 4? No. Because I've seen vast improvements. So no. I've seen vast improvements as a team. I've seen vast improvements defensively. I've seen vast improvements offensively. I've seen vast improvements from individuals. So take out the Carabao Cup, but we still, again, people, just because we've improved doesn't mean we don't have levels to go. We was at 0 and 1 last season. Now we're at 4 or 5, but we still have levels to go to 8, 9, and 10. There's still levels to go, people. There's still players to get rid of, even though the majority of the team, if we were to rate them right now, aside, forget just this game, but overall over the season, everyone will probably get high marks. Ten Hag will get a high mark. The majority of the players will get high marks. It's not like me and Taz are going to be here and giving people all 4s and 5s. Everyone's going to be 6s and above pretty much. If we used to rate De Gea, I'm saying overall, just based off this season. De Gea's not been necessarily bad this. Has he been great? No, but he has made keys. He's had key saves at key moments. But I don't think De Gea overall this season has been bad. There's just levels to go. Same with the Wan-Bissaka. Same with the Delon. Same with Ericsson, who I want to improve on. Bruno, as critical as I am of him, I don't think Bruno's been a 4 or 5 this season. I think he's been above that. Like I think he's definitely above that. Anthony, I think there's more from Rashford. We've seen vast improvements from. We played the majority of the season without a recognised number 9. Like that, things like that I take into consideration. The squad is just not it. So now it's definitely not a replica because I'm looking forward to next season. For the first time in a long time, I'm genuinely looking forward to I've not looked forward to a next season since Sir Alex retired in the 2012, 2013 season. 10 years ago was the last time I genuinely was like, I can't wait for next season. This season I was dreading because I was unsure on Ten Hag. The window wasn't the greatest, and we had a terrible start. Ollie I didn't rate like that because of the ending of the season we had. Mourinho, maybe his second season, I had some hope going in, but that was quickly diminished. Van Gaal, I was like, give him a chance. Moyes, I didn't want in the first place. So yeah, man, that's how I'm looking at it. I'm not getting letting this game overshadow. To Primary says, do the watch along as you get your hair twisted. If you're a man of the people, give the people what they want. You're a joke, man, Prime. I'll do it. Like I said, the person twisting my hair might not want to be on camera is the point. So I might just turn off the camera and do the game. But you know what I'm saying, you gotta keep your head. You gotta keep that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? How's it excuses? This guy a dick, you know. You know what I'm saying? And that's like this guy a dick, you know. The person don't. And on top of that, when you getting your hair did, for those that don't know, you gotta keep your head still. You know what I'm saying? And as you lot can see, I be moving around the streams all the time. Better movement than Manchester United out there against Sevilla. So that might be it. But yeah, I'll bring my best to bring it you. And then tomorrow night, you'll either get the Q&A or you'll get the Arsenal United show with me and Camcom. I'll try and rearrange that. I'll try to. You know what I'm saying? If Camcom's available. Salute to my guy Camcom as well because he got a promotion at work. You know what I'm saying? So salute to him, man. Love that. But Prime, you know what I'm saying? And trying to hit me with the man of people line, you know. Prime, you're a prick. Just like you know in it. This guy. It is. And yeah, Ten Hag, of course, Ten Hag's going to back De Gea. He's not going to go in a press conference and say, yo, what a shit goalkeeper he is. He can't sweep. He can't. We have to sell him. And what does that do to De Gea's confidence for the rest of the season? Bear in mind, we have to rely on him. We've got FA Cup semi-final. Potential FA Cup final. We still have league games that I'm now even more disinterested in. Because I'm just like, this is proper deflated me, this result. I'm just like,
hey, you know what Ten Hag also said about Harry Maguire at the start of the season? He's the captain. He's going to remain the captain, and he's a fantastic player. So that doesn't worry me. What worries me is a new deal, because it's either one of two things. If you see De Gea and how he's performed this season, and you think that's good enough going forward, either if it's the board doing it and you're fine with it, that would quantify as a yes man, which I don't want you to be, or if you think that is good enough, then I don't think your footballing brain is as great as I think it is. It's either one of those two things, which I hope it's neither, because I hope we don't offer him a new deal. Or even if we do it on a Udenis Haslam thing, just to be a character in the dressing room for what people think he is, right? I hope we bring in a new keeper. Mike Mignon has to be a Manchester United player next year. I swear to God. You know that meme, Kanye meme? He's done miracles on me. Bro, you guys will be in here talking about how good Mike Mignon is if we were somehow able to get him. We need a new goalkeeper, man. Please. Yes. Allah, it's Eid. Ramadan, I've been good. Please, bless me. Eid, get this lamppost out. Please.
And Prime, you're Egypt, this guy, yo. Dennis says, big up Flawless. You're streaming Warriors versus King. Yes, Suns Clippers going live in about 25 minutes, people. But once this show ends, it will send you to the ManDem United podcast for tomorrow. All I need you lot to do is hit the like button on that video, hit the notification on that video, and then close it off. Just to bump up the likes already, people. But yeah, man, love to everyone who has locked in. This has been the ManDem United podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in, and see you lot. See you lot in the Twitch in about 25 minutes. Big up.